Okay, welcome to our morning movement and meditation practice. A great practice or kind of yoga class to help you break up the day or start your day on a more positive note. So we will get moving in a moment. My name's Ashley. I'll be leading you through the next 30 minutes or so. And first things first, I pick out our affirmation, intention, thought of the day. Still using our How to Love Yourself cards. I'll probably switch it up next week, but right now we still have How to Love Ourselves. Today, this is a little bit different. My past is part of the richness and fullness of my life. Without my past, mistakes and all, I would not be here today. I love myself for my willingness to learn and grow. So today we're focusing in a little bit on our past. Not that we often do that in yoga practices. We're usually stay in the present, but this is more appreciating our past and learning from it, mistakes and all. So we're going to take that with us as we move throughout our movement and our meditation practice. So let's pull ourselves back. You can be as close to the camera as you would like. I try to make sure my full body is seen, although I might be a little bit of blended into the blinds here, but we'll be okay. Turn the toes out, bend the knees, get soft, stand up. So this is our wake up movement head to toe, starting with the breath. Draw the hands in and up. Create a circle with those hands. Press them forward and down as you exhale. So we're going to keep doing that. A wheel breath. Inhale, hands to shoulders. Exhale, press it forward. And keep breathing. I've got to admit Lena into our class. So if anyone's watching the recording, I do these on Zoom every day. So we've got live participants. It makes it a little bit more fun and we stay accountable. Every weekday, 6 a.m. Pacific time, adjust for your time zone. Okay, let's do one more circular breath. And then stay with that same motion. Take an inhale, hands up to the shoulders. Exhale, press the hands forward or reach the hands forward and leave them extended. Let the wrists grow loose. We're going to do some more breath work with a little more movement. Reach up as you inhale. It's called brush hands. Exhale, bend the knees and lower down. Not too low. You might feel a couple pops. I just did. Inhale, rise up. Keep the chest lifted and you're sinking into the heels, bending the knees so they stay behind the toes. A nice way to connect breath and movement together. And let's go over to the right and the left. So flex your right foot, straighten the leg. You can bend the left knee and bow down over that right leg. Early on hamstring. Say hello. Inhale, lift up. Switch sides over to the other side. Toes lift, straight left leg. Exhale over left leg. So bow down. It doesn't have to be all the way to the floor, at least not right now. Back to the center. Turn the toes out, bend the knees, lower down. Last one, we rise up. And then take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms together. Squeeze the shoulders. Look up. And look down. Rock your head side to side. Getting any tension or tightness that's in the neck and shoulders, trying to release it. Okay, bring the head back up to the top. Release the hands. Make fists with the hands. Doing our arm circles, arm rotations, whatever you want to call them. Windmill arms, or we can call them clock arms. Just really fast, super speed. So keep your arms flat to your body as much as you can and try to reach actively to the opposite sides of the room as you cross. That's going to help open up the upper back. And then switch directions. Okay, and then release those arms. Let the wrists rotate a few times. Maybe a little dance in your life. Shake out the hands, wiggle the fingers. Good, hands just off the hips. Let's rotate. Twist through the waist. Waist twists, that's what it's called. Not trying to get too creative, not here, not in the morning. I can appreciate some creative sequencing sometimes. For a routine 30-minute practice, it's nice to have a setup, a path, something you don't have to think about too much. You just know that you can do without much thinking. So our card, our past, if you've been coming for a while, you can appreciate the work that we've been doing to feel better each day. Keep those knees bent, hips stay stationary. Of course, my fitness instructor wants to set, my fitness instructor self, I always want to say, keep your abs in, keep your core tight. It applies. Okay, and then slow that down. Make goalpost arms, bend the elbows, press them back, inhale. Squeeze the shoulders, press one hand down, other hand across, a side bend. I love these pressing side bends. Inhale, lift up. Pressing side bend, other side. You can feel this long stretching length through the entire outside of the body. Inhale, lift. 2 more. Press. And lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, reach both arms up. And take them down. And as you do, step your feet together. Let's do high knees and hip rotation. So we'll start with one, pick a leg, any leg. Take that foot, step it back. Knee comes up. Look up to where you want your leg to go. We can go straight leg. Feel the tightness. Feel balance. Or a little shakiness. It happens. Okay, and keeping that same leg, let's try this. Let's go right to the rotations on the same leg. Knee comes around, up, and to the outside. We're just going to do like 3 or 4 of them. Okay, maybe 5. Okay, that's about good. Let's switch sides. Other foot goes back, start with the knee up. Straight leg if it's where you're at today. Okay, same leg, same side. Bring the big toe down and then take the knee across the body, up and around. And there we go. That's what we have for our head to toe movements. Section number 2, our sun salutation pose section. And a reminder of our card, remembering and appreciating our past. Mistakes, celebrations, all of it. We would not be where we are today in this very amazing moment if not for our past. So I love myself for my willingness to learn and grow. And that's the way we can put a silver lining on anything that's happened in the past, is that we have been able to learn and grow from everything that's happened. Yes? This past year's been great, yes? As a learning tool. Okay. Let's head into the top of our mat or wherever you're standing. Feet about hip distance apart. Palms forward, shoulders back. Stand up tall. And imagine yourself growing just a little taller. Pull the lower abs in just slightly so your pelvis is neutral. Imagine a little soup bowl in that pelvis region. So we're not going to tip it forward or pour it out back, but we are keeping it completely level. So here's where we stand nice and tall. Take those hands and reach them up overhead. Get longer, stretch it out. Exhale. This time let's take the hands down through the center of the body, hinge at the hips, and fold forward. Different way besides the open arms. So you're folding forward, maybe the first forward fold of the day. Take the hands on the shins. On your next inhale, half lift. Lengthen through the back, the crown of the head. And then just simply fold it down. Stay here with bent knees. Let's take one hand down to the floor underneath your nose and reach the other hand up high for a twist. So you're going to bend one knee a little bit more. It just naturally happens. And then switch it. Take the hand down. Just make sure that you're breathing deep. We're not really moving with the breath here. It's just adding poses, breathing deeply as you get into it. Other side twist. Look up or look down. It's up to you how your neck feels. And then take both hands down to the floor. Roll yourself up back to your standing position. And we'll move on to Sun Salutation A. Reach those arms overhead. Inhale. Connect at the top. Exhale. Bring the hands down the center of the body, folding it down. Being a little bit more introspective here. Lengthen through the back. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, and we step back to our plank pose. I'm going to take it to a lower version today. Knees come to the ground. Hug the elbows in, and if you're able to, lower to your belly all the way to the floor. Keep the elbows hugged in, chest expanded, and we press gently into the hands into a cobra pose. So you might feel a little bit of a lift and press into the hands, but it's still pretty low for a back bend. Then lower back down just for a moment. It'll help you as you press into hands and knees. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. First down dog, great place to check in, to reconnect with the breath, to feel the hamstrings, calves, and all the backs of the legs, as well as strength in the upper body. Feel your shoulders a little softer, neck a little softer. And we'll keep going. Walk the feet forward, top of the mat. Bend the knees and roll yourself up. We're doing our roll-ups today. Use your core strength to roll up. You can even walk the hands up the legs if that feels better. Shoulders roll back. Reach those arms up overhead. Then exhale, hands to your heart, lower down. Lengthen your back. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Take a deep breath in, pause, take the knees down. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift the heart and gaze. Exhale, press into the hands and knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And now for a couple of lunges. So we're actually stepping to the outside of the hands this time. So we'll take our right leg, lift it, bend the right knee, and step to the outside of the right hand. It gives you a little bit more space, easier to step to that place, and take the back knee down. Unless you have knee issues and you want to keep it up, you can. We'll keep the back knee down just for less leg activation. Left hand stays down, and we twist again. We twisted before, let's twist here in our lunge, our low lunge. Press into the big toe of that right foot. So you keep the knee closer to your body. This is a more spacious twist. Then take the right hand down to your right knee. You can feel a little more twist without the reach if you press into that knee with the hand and get into the midsection of the body. Yeah, and feel in the legs. Yep, at least for me, my hip flexors, that back leg, the front of the back leg, feeling things. Okay, then bring the hand back down to the inside of the foot. Straighten that front leg and sit the hips back. Lift the toes. Your hands are on the inside of the foot, although if it's more comfortable for you, you can take the right hand over the top, half splits. Pull the toes back and feel more in the back of the legs. So we're working a little lower body at this time. Shift forward again. Take both hands to the inside of the foot. Makes it easier to transition back to downward facing dog. Lift the back knee. Step back, downward facing dog. How about that other side? We've got two. Lift the left leg. Bend the knee. Step it to the outside of that left hand. Cool. And if it doesn't quite get there, you can help it up. Or walk your hands back. Our hands are in line with the left arch of the foot. Back knee down, right hand stays down, plenty of space from the foot to the hand. Left arm rises, twist. We're getting a little bit more twisty today. And we'll take that left hand that's reaching to the top of the knee, press into it and try to feel more twist through the belly area. Less about the strength of the legs, that right arm. Press actively into the left palm of the hand, straight down from knee to ankle. If you can, look up past that left shoulder. Keep breathing deep. And we've got both hands back down to the floor. Straighten that front leg, pull the toes back. Feel more of the calf, half splits. Again, adjusting for what's more comfortable for you in this half splits. Your hand can be on the inside or outside of that left foot. You may not feel super stretchy right now in the morning, early mornings. However, by doing this later in the day, you'll find yourself feeling more flexible and mobile. Okay, shift forward. Hands go back to the inside of the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Last down dog, so make it a good one. Pressing the heels towards the floor, tailbone high, melting the heart, relaxing the neck. Press through the fingertips so we don't slip. And take those knees down to the floor. Let's make sure we even out with some cat and cow. Arch the back, look up, hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Look down around the back. This is a good complement to some of our twists. One more time, just a quick one. And that's it. Let's cross the ankles, sit back for meditation. I can start to tell that I'm missing teaching like hour-long vinyasa classes because I just want to keep going in that middle section. We'll get there soon enough. Okay, we get to sit, we get to contemplate, we get to turn inward and appreciate everything that we've gone through from the time we remember to right now. And that might be a long time, but that's okay. We can focus on just a few areas of our lives to appreciate them, to give thanks. So here we're going to turn our palms down so that we are going inward. You can close your eyes or keep them open, just looking down. And focus on your breath for a moment. Your breath is your guide for your practice. can tell you all sorts of wonderful things. And also by calming the breath, changing the style, we can help affect how we feel our emotions and our physical sensations. So calm, steady breath in and out through the nose. Each exhale, relaxing any leftover tension, relaxing the eyebrows, the jaw, shoulders, neck. Each inhale bringing that vibrant energy into our bodies for healing. My past is part of the richness and fullness of life. Today we are believing and telling ourselves that our life is fuller, is more rich, is more wonderful because of what we've went through. The most meaningful challenges in our life, the most meaningful points of our life, are often the most challenging. So take a minute or so, take this time to contemplate some of those challenges you've had in your life, to contemplate what has been the most meaningful points or impactful points that have helped shape who I am. They're often the most challenging. And once you have one of those challenging or meaningful points of your life, we're thinking of ways that we can appreciate that time and appreciate ourselves for learning and growing. Perhaps you learned a new skill. Perhaps you got to meet somebody you never would have otherwise met. So this contemplative meditation is all about appreciating what has happened, what we've done, and how far we've come in the process. So for the next few minutes, we sit together with that in mind, with gratitude, appreciation for this past year or years, even this last month or week. Think back and appreciate. And then gently turn your palms so they're facing upwards. If you haven't already, it's more of a symbol that we are open to whatever comes next in our journeys, whatever arrives into our life. Refocus back to your breath. Just take a couple more deep inhales and exhales. Then take a deeper breath together. Inhale it all up and in. And open your mouth and let it go. A nice sigh out. We can start to wiggle our fingers, open our eyes, and come out of our meditation practice. Of course, you are welcome to continue or to move on to whatever else your day brings you today. Right, so coming back just to read this one more time today. My past is a part of the richness and fullness of my life. Without my past, mistakes and all, I would not be here today. I love myself for my willingness to learn and grow. So put a little focus on that today, appreciating your past and all the experiences you've had, good, bad, or whatever label you've decided to put on them. We'll finish our time together with a reaching inhale. Exhale, hands come down. And one more time. Inhale, thumbs to the heart. And sigh it out. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you back in a couple more days after the weekend for more morning movement and meditation.